What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Untamed Outdoorsman Automotive. And today we are in my 2014 Chevy Silverado, and we are going to be finally installing a new center console latch. So my old one, and I'll show it right now. My old one, as you can see, is pretty worn out. I got a pretty heavy gouge right in the leather here. I've had it like this for a little over a year. I put some JB weld, some leather weld on here with the black color. It works. It worked for a little while until it started to crack and split, and then half of this split, the other half is still kind of there. It's not comfortable when I rest my elbow down, for sure, and there's a ton of scratches in here too, but this is the main reason that I'm replacing it today. Okay, so as you can see, there's a huge gouge right here. It's now getting very annoying. It's a very easy conversion to switch this over. There's not a lot of videos on doing this, so this is going to be one of the first ones. I know there's one or two other ones out there, but this is going to be one of the first. So this is the OEM part, so this is the GM part. I'll leave the part number below right here. It is very, very simple to do. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure you have a Phillips head screwdriver, preferably a bigger one. And then once you got your Phillips screwdriver, we're actually going to be reusing this piece of leather here, or I don't even know what this is. I think it's a piece of rubber, actually. You're going to just find a way to pop this open. I'd probably figure out a way to do that. Okay, so then this piece right here just pops right out like that. So it is pretty dirty. I'm probably gonna end up cleaning this. Oh boy, yeah, that's covered in dirt. So yeah, I'm gonna clean this real quick, and then we are gonna get right back to it. Okay, so I just got this cleaned up. Looks way better. I just put some Dawn dish soap on it and then scrubbed it. Looks 10 times better. I'm not even going to worry about this being dirty because we're just going to get rid of it anyway. But like I said, we're going to be reusing this piece because it doesn't come with the original part. At least mine didn't. So we're going to put that in probably towards the end of it. So we're going to lift this hatch up. So you're probably going to see here, there's going to be no Phillips screws or any screws to take this out. So you're actually going to pull right here. And then my hands are slippery, so this might take a second from scrubbing that. But you're going to pull this back, and then this is just going to come right out. Okay, so I just pull from the top here. And then you always want to be gentle with any plastic trim piece like this. I will go get a pry tool, but I don't think it's really necessary. Okay, so now that we got that out, we're just going to pull that out. This just comes out like that. Put that right there. Okay, so now you have Phillips head right here, Phillips head right here, Phillips head right here, and then Phillips head right here. We're going to take all these out. And then we're also going to take out these two bottom ones as well. Okay, so we got the first four out. We're just going to do these two bottom ones right here, right there, and then right here. This really isn't complicated. I had a 2009 Sierra a while back, and this was a lot more complicated to do. Surprisingly, on this new gen, this one's a lot easier to do. So, no complaints. You're probably going to want to hold up your hand on these last two screws because this will probably end up falling down if you don't. All right, so there we go. It is detached. So yeah, as you can see, huge gouge, all super dirty. I could have cleaned this, but truthfully, I don't care enough to clean the old one. Okay, so we now have this out. This is now free moving. You can now like clean whatever you need in here. It's probably gonna make this a little bit easier if you do want to clean things. I am gonna take a rag or something and just go over this real quick. Just make it a little bit nicer. Then we'll get right back to it. Okay, so now that we got this out, we can finally start installing the new pieces. Like I said, you can take a microfiber towel and clean up all the dust or anything in here. I'm gonna do that real quick, just to make sure everything's super clean. I did buy this truck probably a year and a half ago. It was a little messy when I first bought it. So we're just gonna clean it up and make sure it all looks good, just for my sanity's sake. But yeah, we're gonna install this brand new one. Pretty much the same way you installed it, you're gonna reinstall it. I'll show you how to do that regardless, and then we'll be all set. Okay, so now that we cleaned up a little bit of the dust and stuff like that, you're gonna line up these bronze screw holes to the ones that we just took out in here. So these holes are gonna line up with these holes. I'm just gonna, like I said, you're just gonna line them up. Just like that. Probably gonna want to do the top ones first. Okay, so I actually was wrong. So you're actually gonna line these up so the plastic tab goes on the top hole, and then the screw is on the bottom, and then on the bottom part here, the screw hole is gonna go on the top, and this is gonna go on the bottom. So it's gonna be a little bit different on each side. Then just try to get these lined up a little bit. I might have to back this screw off to line this up properly. Yeah, we'll just get started on that. And one of the reasons that I actually chose to do this was because usually seats and leather fabric or anything like that has tears in it sometimes makes reselling the car later on a little bit harder to do, just because it's less visually appealing. So whenever you get a tear like this, you may end up making that money back you spent buying this part. You might end up making that money back when you go to resell it, because it may end up hurting your market value when there's a giant gouge in the leather. We're just gonna get this taken care of here. I just feel like that was an interesting point to bring up. Screwed in now. It works. It works. Perfect. We got this all lined up. We still have to install this piece, and like I said, this is super easy. We're just gonna let this sit in here like this. I'm just gonna bring it up. I'm just gonna line up these tabs, pop them in. Look at that. Perfect. There we go. All right. So we are all set. That was, like I said, very easy. And then this piece should go right in here like that. All right, we are all set. That was actually a very easy install, surprisingly. And now we never have to worry about it again. This is a brand new, it's color matched, it works perfectly. I have no complaints. It was a little expensive, but like I said a couple minutes ago, you're probably gonna end up making that money back in the long run because you have one less tear in your fabric in the interior. So I think this is a pretty smart purchase to do if your seat is torn or if your center console is torn, anything like that. It's not incredibly expensive. It was about 150 bucks, which isn't too bad. All right, we are all set. Stay tuned for a lot more videos coming this soon. We took a little bit of a break from fishing the last couple of weeks, but we're going to go right back at it in the next couple of days. So definitely stay tuned for a lot of videos coming out very soon. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Talk to you later.